Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler, is one of Batman's most formidable foes. But just how has the punctuated puzzler changed over the years? Let's dive into his on-screen evolution to find out. Animated. First appearing in the 1966 Batman series, the Riddler sports his signature green bodysuit with a giant question mark emblem, smaller question marks on his cuffs and legs, and underwear over his tights. He pairs this with a purple-colored belt, gloves, and eye mask. At times, he fashions a question mark spattered dress suit with a black bowler hat and a rarely seen plaid and pink ensemble. He's also briefly mustachioed, looking unrecognizable and using an added cane. This Riddler adores playing dress-up whenever he's given the chance. Seriously, like all the time. And this puzzle lover slash maniacal Batman hater would reappear in a more heavily question-marked bodysuit in Legends of the Superheroes. His basic 1966 design would inspire his appearances in the Batman slash Superman Hour and the Super Friends cartoon shows. Although in the opening credits of the New Adventures of Batman, a pink and yellow suited Riddler is featured. But that doesn't matter because his original look would be continuously recreated in modern media, including The Brave and the Bold, Under the Red Hood, and Return of the Caped Crusaders. In the DC animated universe, computer programmer Edward Nygma wears a more dignified suit with dark pants, white accents, and his signature question mark on his tie. This look would later be traded in for a lime green bodysuit, eyeliner, and a fully shaved head. In Batman Forever, Nygma dons a question mark speckled green bodysuit, has added eyeshadow, and dyed red hair. He pairs this with a matching popped collar jacket and also fashions lounge attire with a light-up feature, as well as a rhinestone white jumpsuit with devilish hair. This Riddler invents a machine that harnesses other people's knowledge, but when Batman demolishes it, the Riddler's mind turns to jelly. The 2004 Batman series presents a long-haired Nygma. His bodysuit has revealing arms and shoulders, and he wears goth-inspired makeup to match his inner despair. To modernize his look, Young Justice's Riddler sports a simple green jacket, has a single-gloved hand, question marks artfully hidden throughout his outfit, and his usual eye mask is replaced with green-tinted glasses. Plus, he has very large sideburns. Assault on Arkham's Riddler, much like his initial DCAU look, sports a more simplified suit, featuring only a gold question mark on his tie and a bowler hat to distinguish himself as the Riddler. In the series Gotham, Edward Nygma is a nerdy forensic scientist with an evil psychopathic split personality that eventually takes control and, for the bulk of the show, fashions a sleek green pantsuit ensemble and occasionally has emo-styled hair. In the finale, he sports a trench coat with mismatched question marks paired with a heavily patterned undersuit. And unlike Gotham's Joker and Harley Quinn, he actually goes by his comic-accurate name. The DC Superhero Girls online shorts feature a dapper young Nygma showing off a fancy bow tie. He's apparently lovesick over Batgirl. But this Romeo Riddler would be set aside for a stylized 66 throwback look in the official TV series. Justice League Action's Riddler looks largely like a combination of both his DCAU looks, although the only visible punctuation is on his question mark-shaped cane. In Batman Hush, the Riddler notably has a question mark-shaped surgery scar on his head, and later dunks himself in a Lazarus pit, turning his eyes red and his skin pale and veiny. This Nygma is tired of being made fun of as the Riddler, so he goes incognito in a brown jacket getup with a wrapped mummy head, taking on the alias Hush. The Harley Quinn show's Riddler has a question mark tattoo on his forehead and a cane that fires electricity. Later on, he becomes more swole and wears a revealing leotard with pink sneakers. In the 2022 Batman film, Edward Nashton wears military boots and an oversized green jacket with a painted question mark symbol. He also has cellophane wrapped around his head and a winter combat mask with his glasses over top. This Riddler is inspired by Batman's crime fighting to go on a serial killer spree against Gotham's corrupt elite. But either way you decipher it, he's quite different from the questioning quipsters that came before him. Thank you for watching, commenting, and pressing like on the video. Make sure to check out the Patreon for extra goodies and let us know which other DC characters you'd like to see get their own evolution. Then catch up on the other animations on Tell It Animated. And tune in next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.